you may begin.
How many know the difference between Buddhism or Hinduism? Or have you even heard of these types of religions before I just mentioned them? This is exactly why public schools should teach world religions in their classrooms. And to touch on this, here's why it's important. Other religions play a role in our daily lives. Like it or not, we're surrounded by it. You, as an individual, need to know how to communicate with others that have different beliefs than you. It's honestly probably one of the hardest things that you can do. Even the Bible states that we're all equal, but we are different. It's hard to care about others when the world says that we don't have to, that you look out for me, myself, and I, and that you don't look out for we, them, and us. That's why it's time for a change. You might think to yourself, why should I personally care? I'm not getting beat up at school, I'm not getting bullied because of my religion. But it is a big role in our lives. Religion is everywhere, and especially here in America, you can see it. And even on a smaller setting, our campus. Not everyone here is Christian. We're from different areas of the world, from China to Europe to America. And even in America, we're from different parts. Like Matthias Paul, he's from Montana. That area of the United States is very highly Mormon. He said that he grew up in a Mormon high school and that their teachings were a little askew and different to what he personally believed in. But a bigger stage of this is the conflicts that we have in today's world. ISIS is one of the biggest problems and the biggest threats to the United States right now. They have openly threatened our president and killed people in public. And another more serious example is 9/11. From America's ignorance to not realize the cultures and differences in our world and the types of religions, we could have probably seen this coming. How many of you know the difference between the Cheyenne and Sunni Muslims? Before I came to school here, I didn't even know there was two types of Muslims. The difference between the two is one's very peaceful, outgoing, just like the Christian community is. They do philanthropy work and just overall are more open to different cultures and societies. While the other proposes a term called jihad, which is a holy war, justified by their God, Allah. Like it or not, other people are different. They have different views and different perspectives than you do. You, as an individual, need to learn how to communicate with others. It's difficult to talk to someone that you don't have much alike in, that they don't have your core, your beliefs, what you think is important, what you value. You have to learn to communicate and get around that. As Wood says, this is a perspective, a perception. It's based on where they grew up, their culture, and how their environment was and how they were surrounded. This plays a big part in today's society with economics, commerce, and world trade. One of our biggest trading partners is China. If you go to Walmart and go into the toy section, almost all of those products are from China. Communicating with other people who don't have the same beliefs or religion values as we do is important. The evidence is everywhere, even back in ancient times. This book was written about 2,000 years ago. It is probably one of the most influential things in my life, and I suggest it be one of yours. The Bible states why it is important to embrace other cultures. The Israelites embraced other cultures, but they embraced them too much. They came to the conclusion that it was acceptable to accept other religions, and eventually were conquered by the tribes that they let in. Proverbs 22:2 says, "The rich man and the poor man have a common bond. The Lord is the maker of them all." No matter how different people are, we all come from the same person. We're all created in God's image. My faith gave me this great opportunity to come here to St. Paul. Give me an experience, a chance to express my beliefs and faith to other cultures around the world, but in a respectful and proper manner. So it didn't seem that I came off as unobservant or that I didn't care about what they believed in. It's hard to care about people, especially when the world tells us to do otherwise. The world goes out and tells us that we need to focus on ourselves, that it's me first, and if I can succeed, others around me can succeed. But this is the complete opposite of what our religion is. We want to go out and help others, to show others kindness. This is why it is so important to understand what other people believe in. The Muslim culture, for example, believes in themselves. They believe that they are the one race, that no one else can be better. You can't just forget about it. It's around you everywhere. Here in America, we experience this a lot with our different cultures and different experiences that we have in our daily lives. We see it every day. It cannot be stopped. So what can you do? It starts with a change. As a younger generation, we have the opportunity to change the history, to solve the problems that our parents could not. The problems in the Middle East can be stopped, but we have to have an understanding of where these people are coming from. This is why religions play a big part in our daily lives. That you, as an individual, need to learn how to communicate with others. Even the Bible states that we are different. It's hard to care about others when the world tells us that it should be different. And it's time for a change. This is exactly why public schools should teach religion in their classrooms. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.